Good morning, YouTube. How are you doing? I wanted to briefly start this off. I saw on Twitter the other day, someone actually posted that they preferred that whenever we make these videos, that we refer to the individual versus plural, so the you versus you guys, because it's always just one person watching at a particular time. So I responded to that, and I figured here I'll give this a shot and see how it goes. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I only say you and not you guys. So with that out of the way, I'm also going to be talking about this fundraiser that I'm doing in June, and as well as two other little things that I wanted to touch base on. So without further ado, let's roll my new intro. Okay, so maybe I don't have a new intro yet, but I'm working on that, so let's just continue on. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to touch base on is the fundraiser that I'm doing in June. It's not orchestrated by me. It's actually by a different organization. The fundraiser is called the Great Cycle Challenge, and it's a nationwide challenge. And essentially it is about raising money to help fight cancer for kids. Throughout the world, cancer itself just sucks in general. It doesn't matter if you're a kid or an adult. But this fundraiser is just specifically for the kids. Um, will be my third year of doing this, and it's a great fundraiser. Essentially, it runs through the whole month of June, and what you do is you set yourself a goal of how many miles you're willing to ride for that month. And then you also help raise money based on asking your friends, asking your coworkers, and things of that nature. But aside from that, you also get emails from the organization saying, this is how you're doing, and here are the kids. This is how the kids are doing. Which one of them, is in remission, or which one of them cancer has returned. And, just if they go to the hospital and things of that nature. So you kind of bond with the children, even though you don't actually get to see them unless you're in the state or cities that the kids are in. But like I said, this is my third year doing it. Last year, they introduced this new thing where you can, create a group and a crew of, X amount of people are going to be riding specifically for this one child. And I did that last year, and it was for a child named Kaylee, and she, based on the stories and the emails that we all received, she was an amazing little girl. Always strong, always brave in everything she was doing. Always had a smile on her face. Unfortunately, we did receive an email earlier actually a few weeks ago, that she had passed away. So that was very sad news. I mean, the parents were obviously devastated, but her crew that was built last year is still in place this year. So there's still people writing for her, and in memory of her, and supporting their families, things like that. I mean, like I said, this is a great organization, and then I'll post a link down below, my link to my page, if you want to donate under my name, or if you want to just join the event yourself. Be my guest. Like I said, it's a great event. It runs through a whole month of June. It's a great way to raise money it's for a good cause. And on the other side of things, you set yourself a goal of how many miles you want to ride, and you can potentially lose a few pounds along the way, which is always a plus for everybody. So another subject that I wanted to touch base on is, if you've been watching my videos from my first video that I made, I kept saying I'm going to give myself this amount of time to lose X amount of weight, and then that didn't happen. Then I did it again for another bodybuilding challenge, and then I did it again. And while I did push myself a little bit, I was using the excuse that, I just want to maintain the current weight that I have, just to make sure that I can do this and maintain that weight for a long period of time. Now, granted, I was able to do that, but it's still an excuse to not, push yourself further. I mean, I'm nowhere near the end of my journey, and I was actually called out on it a few days ago by a friend of mine. She said that I was losing focus on my original goals, because I'm doing cinematography now, I'm doing photography, and doing a bunch of other things, and I was slowly pushing fitness aside and she called me out on it. So for that, I appreciate that. That someone actually noticed what I was doing and called me out on it. For me, I thought it was okay, and I was, bouncing back and forth trying to balance everything out. But after she said that, I actually, took it back, and I realized that, yeah, I was pushing fitness aside. I was skipping the gym. I was more relaxed on my eating habits. So, I failed myself in that process. And for the guys, for you that are watching this video, I essentially, in a way, I failed you because I said I was going to do, drop to this weight in an X amount of weeks, and I have not done that, and I'm sorry for that. That's going to change. I'm refocusing myself, and I'm putting my focus back on fitness as well as everything else that I'm doing. But I'm not gonna push anything aside. So, like I said, I'm sorry for that. It won't happen again. The one thing that I am going to do is I'm not going to say that I'm going to lose X amount of weight by X amount of weeks, because chances are, that I'll probably not do that because I'll focus too much on I'm not losing enough weight, or I'm on week 4 and I should not where I need to be. So that is just a lot of stress and everything that I want to avoid. So, but I'm not gonna say I'm not giving myself years to reach my goal. I'm going to reach my goal, and but like I said, I'm not gonna give myself an X amount of time, but I know I'll reach it. If I want to ballpark it, I want to say I'll reach it this year. But again, that's not a concrete timeline. But I am going to be focused on it, so stay tuned for that. And I'll post as many videos as I can and as often as I can. You know what? Scratch that. So to keep myself on track and to make sure that I'm not falling off, starting next week, I will post a video of my training every single day. If I can, I'll add, some of my meals that I have here and there, but I'll focus on posting a video up every day. That way I'll keep myself in check. You guys that are following me will know that I'm actually still on track and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not just sitting here saying, yeah, I worked out and here's my video, even though that video is probably like 2 weeks old. So that is my promise to you guys and to myself. And I said you guys again, and I meant to say you. See, it's a little difficult to work that around, but I'm trying, and I'll keep working on that. Relating to failing myself and failing you in an aspect, one thing that stuck out to my mind as I was going through all this and thinking about it after I was called out on it, it's I don't want to say being a leader, but when I started out, I didn't have anybody. I was just doing it on my own, learning as I went along. And yeah, I mean, I'm still doing it now, but it's tough, but it's not impossible. One thing I did want to, one thing I always thought about is, having someone there, having someone say, hey, you should try this, or here's a good recipe of this, or here's that, and here's this. Try this exercise, try this. Essentially, someone being my leader to show me not show me, but recommend things I should do. And I didn't have that when I started, and I still don't, to be honest. I mean, I have coaches that offer to train me and things like that nature, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, just someone who's there who will message you saying, hey, are you on track? Hey, are you doing all right? So with that being said, what came to my mind when I was thinking about all this was, like I said, I'm going to use the word leader, but it's being the leader that you wish you had. And that should strike a chord with a lot of people. I know it strikes it with me because it gives me a mentality that I need to have, and a mindset that I need to have as to, I'm doing this for myself, but in case somebody else is following me along, I want to make sure that I'm providing as much information and as much tips that I can come up with to help somebody else along. Essentially, being there for that person, or the group of people or whoever. It could be nobody following me. It doesn't matter. But it's just, changing my own mindset of being the leader I wish I had. So even if I'm failing myself on something, I gotta, snap out of it and realize, all right, I failed, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna give up. It means that I just need to find a different way to achieve that same goal. And that follows into pretty much every aspect of life. It's not just fitness. It's not just, eating healthy, and it's career, it's school, it's family issues. Every aspect of your life can be, triggered back to this. It's, if you failed at something, that doesn't mean you should give up. It means, okay, so that way didn't work. Try a different route. Try something else. And keep at it. Keep at it and keep at it and keep at it. And trust the process. Just because, for fitness in particular, we're accustomed to everything has to be overnight. No matter what we're doing, 60-day abs or 3-minute this, 2-minute that. It's everything is so quick. We've lost that patience that we had, and it's all due mainly to technology and how things have progressed. But we have to realize that not everything is going to happen overnight. So essentially, you have to keep at it. You have to keep working. You have to, keep grinding it out. You don't want to work out, you still got to do it. You don't want to do that cardio that everybody hates, you still have to do it. You just have to keep going. There's going to be times where you're going to doubt yourself. It's, is it really worth it? Am I really losing? Am I really changing? And you just have to trust that process. You trust that what you're doing is making a difference, even if you don't see it right away. You will see it. Your body will change. If you're doing it for a career, if you're trying to get a promotion in your job, keep doing what you're doing. Changing a little bit every day, improving yourself a little bit every day. Trusting that process, that whatever you're doing is going to get you the results that you want. So, essentially what I'm trying to tell you is trust the process no matter what you're doing. If it's, fitness, if it's career, if it's family, and anything you're doing, if it's school, trust that process. Trust that you're going to achieve your goal no matter what you're doing. And with that, if you guys have any questions, hit the, put them in the comment section, follow me on social media, ask me you guys whatever you want. I'll be more than happy to assist you. And if I don't have the answers, I will look for somebody who has the answers for you. And then once again, I will post the Great Cycle Challenge, my link down there on the below, where you can donate under my name, or you can, create your own account and start the challenge yourself. Or do both, whatever floats your boat. So feel free to share that link. As before, the Dissident Gear link is below with my code, along with the Outlaw Laboratory supplements. They're all down there in the description below. If you like this video, if you want to keep following me along on my journeys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to get notifications every time I post a video, hit that little bell, and then I'll see you in the next video.